Hey, what's up guys, ʟɪᴏsᴇ here. In this video I'm going to be showing you some practices and tips and things to implement to improve your movement and aim in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So right off I go, when I want to practice and get a little bit of a warm-up in, I guess, I'll go into custom matches, 8 mix bots, pick your map, unlimited points, unlimited time, mix bots, so there can be any different, what the heck is that? So some of them can be veteran, so you never know what to expect. Sometimes you'll look away and get 3-tapped by a guy because they only hit headshots. Don't bother shooting at that guy. But they're bots. At the end of the day, they're not good. It's just for like target practice pretty much. And I'll take my aim assist off sometimes for working on aim. You take aim assist off, it makes it a little harder to track, but you always aim for head. Like, you don't need redemption. You don't have to worry about dying most of the time. You're probably just good to aim high up. Just don't worry about shooting anywhere else. Only high up. You drop people pretty quickly. Just aim for the head. And there is a thing that you can turn on, headshot only mode, but it'll almost put you in a bad habit of like tapping towards the head. If it doesn't miss, you're pretty much screwed. Like, if your bullet doesn't hit them in the head. So that's what you call a hardened, I believe. I'm gonna guess that was a hardened bot. He just knifed me. Throwing knife. But I'll put on headshot only mode. But the only issue with that is I found after that I was trying to like shoot 1 to 2 bullet like bursts pretty much at people, and if you miss the headshot, you were so done for. There's no living. So it's good every once in a while, but only for getting more headshots, not only headshots. It just kind of messes up your flow. Now for movement, I also find this is the best time for it. You pick an angle. For instance, on Hackney, it would be that main angle. For here, it would be like, he's using a 725. How is a bot using a 725? He was stunned too. What the heck? So you pick an angle like this and just practice b-hopping. So if you don't know what a b-hop is, it is a bunny hop, and it's a technique that you do around a turn or in a situation to get someone off a head glitch. So basically, you want to have your tac sprint. You want to run around a team, you want to jump, and then jump on contact. So as soon as your feet hit the ground, you jump again. And now it's something that's pretty easy to mess up. Like right there, that was a decent one. There's obviously better, and you can go pretty far, and you'll know when you're doing it right, because the boost will be pretty substantial. You'll fly off to the side. It's pretty strong. The next movement I want to talk about is to keep a tac sprint. So you move a whole lot quicker. Wow. You move a whole lot quicker and you can keep your tac sprint. It's called slide canceling. It is a technique used by pros. So is b-hopping, but this one is like mandatory pretty much. I gotta kill these guys first. No. So it's called slide canceling, and it's a technique where you do this. If you watch pros play or CDL or probably Warzone streamers, you'll likely see them do this. And notice how, no matter how long it is, I always still have my tac sprint. So it's a good technique, and it's also a good way to camera people. Like, you can do it around a turn. Definitely a little harder without a scuff. But so basically what you want to do is you're gonna want to have you're gonna want to be playing on tactical, so that you can slide with your stick, and then you double click it and then click jump quickly. And then once you get that, you can work on timing, where you can space. You can have a longer slide by spacing out your second joystick click, like. And then I messed it up there, but it keeps your tac sprint. It's good for, like, you can do it around a turn. So b-hopping, it's like for cameraing. You want to get it as hard for someone to shoot you around a turn as possible. Like if someone's on a head glitch, like say they're right here, the easiest way to get them off would be for someone to b-hop around this turn. It's harder to hit the person. I do this most of the time that I play. A lot of time when I get on, I'll just take 10-15 minutes. I'll go in against some bots, go to like 100 kills. It doesn't take that long when you're focusing on that. Right now I'm trying to talk to you, so I'm not doing as well as I would. But I mainly focus on movement because I'm not too worried about my aim. It's still good to work on, but aim is super important. Movement is honestly almost just as important in a way. At a higher skill level, you need good movement. But in general, pre-aiming turns is pretty important when you don't have the advantage. B-hopping is just another form of pre-aiming the turn, just with more pizzazz and likeliness of winning the fight. Say you know someone's here, you're gonna at least want to do this. Instantly you aim exactly where you think they are at head level, because you know it's not exactly crosshair placement, but it's super important.
Personal radar drone standing by.
If you're walking around this turn just like this, you're less likely to win the fight, and if you were to just hop around it like a light one, or even if you were just to jump around the turn like that. I didn't know they could prone. Down here somewhere. Hear him, turn around, instantly jump it. Just jump, fly into him. Doesn't notice. He's probably a recruit bot, so sometimes I mess up my slide cancel, so it makes you jump a little bit. The main reason to get into slide canceling, other than just normally sliding, is when you slide around a turn like this, people know, oh my god, let me slide, oh my. People know exactly where your head's going to be, and they're just going to easily track you. It's going to be the easiest headshot of their life. But when you slide cancel around a turn, it's like, I can't slide cancel right now, my controller's having spaz, oh god. It's a lot harder for them to get your head level. Hey, buddy. We just hit 150 subs. Thank you very much for that. Subscribe if you want more tips things. I'm not a god myself, but I understand tips. I like playing Call of Duty. I like hitting headshots. It's crispy. I thought he was way closer than that. People tend to not even have time to peek you back, though, when you do these tricks. It makes shooting first a whole nother importance. And if you don't shoot first, maybe if you get out of there to a certain extent or get behind cover, there's more of a chance you'll win if you're doing these movement things to be quicker. Even pre-firing, it's not something I do a whole lot, but when you know someone's about to peek you from an angle because they are going to re-challenge, let's say right here, it's just another way to pre-peek it, and it's so important to do in most situations. Because right there, if it was a real player, he could have very likely won that fight. But walking around a turn, just like tracing your angles, is not the move. I'm not a pro player by any means, or even close to that level, but I do watch a lot of CDL, I watch a lot of Call of Duty, I play a lot of Call of Duty, and when you do that, you eventually understand how things work and why they're done, and why they're better practices. For movement, it's something like, I don't know if subliminal is the word, it's just something that happens that you need to think about. If you don't think about it, you're just going to play back normally. Your aim will adapt and eventually get better over time. That's a crazy Uzi. Whoa. The Uzi is pretty strong. Actually, on Gunrunner, Envoy's been using it. I think he's the only one that does, but he thinks it's like the perfect map for it. At the end of the day, hitting your shots will probably be the most important thing. But when you get to a certain point, you can tell gun skill is not the deciding factor in a fight. It would be a mix of movement and knowledge, making the proper decisions, which I don't have a video on how to do that. I'd say stick to the people that have experience doing that, but movement is something I've been working on a lot recently. In the beginning of my Call of Duty videos, you would have seen my movement has improved quite a bit. said I'd get to 100 kills there. It doesn't take very long. A few minutes of just focusing. Just jumping around your turns. That was really messed up. What the? So I have an issue with the signal in my left joystick, the movement stick, which is why if my movement's iffy, it's because when I try and run, sometimes it kind of just cuts signal and it's like, I'm forcing it there, but it does happen, and it's annoying and really messes up everything. So you get what I mean. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video or found it helpful, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.